this morning, as we get going, something that's been on my mind is just how different this season might be for you. So sometimes, that's great. There's things to look forward to, but I think a lot of times in this season, it can feel a lot like grief, that there's just stuff that we always look forward to that maybe are not possible this year. And I think yoga can really help us in that. Not only does the mat and this next hour give you the space to process, but there's a concept that, you get to choose how you respond. So you don't get to choose what the circumstances of life arise, but you do get to choose how you respond to them. So you're not stuck in that way. And that can come even physically. We don't choose sometimes how our bodies feel when we wake up. Something could be tight or feel stuck, or, we just might be a little under the weather. And in Buddhism, sometimes you'll hear that called the first arrow. So that hurts, something might physically hurt, and that could be even grieving a circumstance change. But then there's this term called the second arrow. And once we choose awareness, which is what we practice each time you come, we get to choose, to not have that second arrow hit us. And the second arrow would be like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. Or, oh, why is my neck stiff? Or, oh, I don't want to be sick right now. It's just that little extra resistance and push that kind of doubles the hurt. And once we choose our awareness, once we create this little extra room of space, we can comfort instead. And so that second response can be one of maybe even joy, because you're grateful for what you can do, or you're grateful for that little part of your body that feels good today. So whether you want to think about that with me as we practice, or you just want to let that go and just be and physically do this, I'm so glad that you're here, and I truly believe that it'll help you. So let's start in child's pose. I always love how we can focus inward some mornings when we start this way. So knees can be together or separated. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your whole body extend back, arms reach out, and rest fully against the mat. And just take a deep breath. As you exhale, start to feel your body weight and see how much you can sink into the ground, just letting all of your weight relax. And take a couple deep breaths, noticing how the belly expands and hugs your thighs. Just how the body is caring for you. That breath is a gift that you didn't have to earn. Your body chooses you over and over. Then coming back to the weight, can you allow yourself to feel held for a couple moments, just being? You are allowed to just let go and let your body rebuild. So feel cared for by the ground, the space that you've created for yourself. And then we're going to start with a body scan. So start at the very tips of your fingers, and as you breathe, scan through your body, up through the hands, the wrists, all the way up through the arms, come through the head and face. And as you scan, just notice how each part of your body feels this morning. With that greater awareness, you can care for yourself. And keep going all the way down through the feet. And once you got through your entire body, I want you to come back to your breath and just take a few where you watch it, letting your mind rest inside the breathing. And now, with that same body scan, I want you to notice what feels healthy in this moment. It could be even just an inch of your body. But is there something right now that feels good? Soak it in and just breathe for 15 seconds, holding the good. And then take one more deep breath and just let go of all effort. Just grateful for this space and what it can be for your body. And then when you're ready, inhale and lift up to all fours. So you can lift up, bring your knees underneath the hips, and then line up your wrists under your shoulders. So starting our alignment here. Take a moment to think about the spine and lengthen the head away from the tail. So gently tuck your chin so the back of the neck feels long. Nice deep breath in, hold that. And then exhale, bring the shoulder blades together behind you. And if you feel like your chest dipped down, I want you to hug your ribs up and in at the same time. So take one deep breath here, just feeling how expansive and supportive your whole body is. And then side to side, inhale, take your opposite arm and leg out. So a nice deep breath, then just pause. And then as you breathe, think through the spine again. Did any of the vertebrae change? If you feel like the belly dipped down, just hug it up, and that'll help your spine feel long and spacious. So one more deep breath, reaching hand to heel. And then exhale, bring your hand and knee back down. One cat-cow here in the middle. Inhale, lift the chin and tail. And then exhale, round under. And then come back to center. Find that solid space, long and open. Second side, inhale, reach your opposite arm and leg. If it feels good, you can flex the back foot. Sometimes I like to stretch my calf. And then what part of your vertebrae needs supported? And can you find the muscle to help you lengthen and support your spine? One more deep breath in. And then exhale, come on down, and one cat-cow. So lift up, and then round under, and then back to center. So we're going to do that one more time. So inhale and lift up your first side, and then pause. And can you notice, what do you feel this morning? Is anything a challenge? And once you notice it, now how can you respond? Can you care for that space? Can you support it with another muscle? Or just can you breathe a little life and rest into whatever needs it? So one more deep breath. And then exhale, hand comes down. One cat-cow. Just allow yourself to breathe and to be resetting in the middle. And when you're ready for the second side, start with that support in your spine, and then inhale and lift the second side. And now where can you lengthen? Feel supported, strong, and spacious. And then take one more breath, caring for whatever you find, choosing that kind response. And then exhale, hand and knee comes down. So last time, come to a cow pose first. And then you can go to cat, and when you're ready, downward dog. So a little rounding, and then tuck the toes and lift the hips and shift the body back. So take a few breaths just to play in your downward dog. You can wiggle out the feet, bend one knee, extend the opposite heel, or maybe rock your heart side to side. Take another breath or two, noticing what you need, and then adapting. And then come back to center, and we'll find our alignment. So if you ever want to rest, you can take your knees down and come back to child's pose again. But if you're here in down dog, take a moment and think about your hands and see if you can lengthen the fingers out. So now that you're aware of them, you can spread them. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, can you press the hands down and feel your hips lift? So I want you to feel the connection between the hands and the hips. So your whole spine is starting to lengthen. Shoulders shrug, abs extend. And then knees, soften them just a bit so the tailbone can feel like it's lifting out of the body. And do that body scan, just a breath. Notice what you need. And now can you add a little space or rest to whatever's tight? So one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, knees bend and then step forward. So you can step or hop to the head of the mat. And allow yourself to forward fold for the first time. Take a nice deep breath. You can shake it out, yes and no, in the neck, roll the shoulders, maybe move the hips around. Anything that's going to feel good. Your body is wise. Listen to it. Take one more deep breath, just doing whatever is going to feel nice. And then exhale, knees bend, hips go back so the eyes can lift. That gets your circulation going. And inhale, rise up, pressing the feet down, rising with as much length as you can. And then exhale, hands come down. And we'll find our first mountain pose. So take a moment and you can reposition your feet here. As you look down, line up the toes and knees going in the same direction. And then lift and lengthen the heels back, soften the knees. Take a nice deep breath in, and if it's okay, close your eyes And focus on grounding down into the feet. Can you feel the connection with the ground? And keeping that connection, inhale, lift through the crown of the head. You feel your obliques lift. Your low belly comes in. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, slide your shoulder blades back to open your heart center. And then your tailbone down to feel like your hips can stay wide and spine long through the low back. And now where would be most beneficial for your hands? Maybe one hand on the heart, one on the belly, to just feel comfort and care either towards yourself or from your body within. Or maybe hands open next to you to feel more receptive. Or hands in prayer, wherever is going to help. And now take 2 deep breaths and just notice, is there anything that you need through this practice? What brought you here? And just let that rise up. And then is there anything that is stuck or that you want to let go of that isn't serving you? And on this next breath, I want you to breathe in your new intention. Let it fill your body, coming into the muscle. And as you exhale, let go of whatever isn't serving you. Just let it breathe out. And then when you're ready, open the eyes and we'll flow. Inhale, reach up. So if you can reach up with your intention, what would it feel like to breathe with that word or phrase? And exhale, dive with it. Knees bend, open heart. Hands to shins or under the toes and flat back extend to gorilla, chin tucked. Exhale, let it go. Knees bend, step the right leg back and find your first low lunge. So we'll take our knee, make sure it's lined up over your ankle, or your ankle can be in front. And then line up your thigh bone with the direction of your toes. And then once you have that, just take a breath. Feel the ground and feel the way your chest hugs your thighs. So solidarity there with your body. Now, can you add a little space? Head to back heel. Breathe and extend the back heel to feel the back kneecap lift. Yes. Now see if you can keep that strength. And inhale, reach the left arm up. So we're twisting towards our knee. And then stay, roll the shoulders back. And if you think about the knees, they slide in towards each other. Can you rock them out so they're in line with the toes still? So one more deep breath. Can you expand wrist to wrist? And then exhale, hands come down. Knees bend, step back to your downward dog or child's pose or anywhere in between. And take this first breath just to comfort, to be, maybe to play. So just focusing on listening to the body and adapting to make it feel great. And now take one deep breath and really let go on the exhale. Just letting go of effort. And then when you're ready, if you want plank, inhale forward with me. Shoulders over wrists. So you can be kneeling or lifted. And just like our all fours, I want you to take your shoulder blades back. And then hug your ribs in and lengthen head to tail. So you should feel like your core really helps you. So one more deep breath here. Yes, you're strong. And then exhale, slowly lower. All the way to the mat this first round. Toes point back. Roll the shoulders back. And then inhale and lift your heart. So the hands are purely for balance. And how's the back of your neck? Could you lengthen it by tucking the chin? Now see if you can inhale and come just a little bit higher. Tailbone, take it out of the body towards the heels so you feel like your low belly lifted. And then one more deep breath, just grateful for the strength that you're cultivating now in the back. Exhale, let it go. Great job. Tuck the toes, push and pull back. Maybe you want to pause in child's pose and then flow to downward dog. Just find whatever it is that you want. And then strong hands. Nice deep breath. Can you spread the fingers again? How much could you lift your hips, lengthening out the spine, the ribs? And then adding a leg lift just if you want. Inhale, lift the right leg back to three-legged dog. And see if you can square your shoulders to the mat and take one more deep breath, reaching energy into your big toe. And then exhale, right knee comes into the heart and we'll step forward into our low lunge. So remember, everything is optional. So just listen to your body, whatever it needs today. Take a moment, reposition until you feel like your thigh is lined up with your toes. Heels in a good place in front of the knee. And then take a breath. And can you lengthen head to back heel? So can you create that strength in the back leg? It's subtle. And then right arm, when you're ready, inhale, reach it up. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back. And notice the knees. Did they rock at all? Can you line them up again with the toes to create more space for your joint? One more deep breath, wrist to wrist, expanding the body. And exhale, hands come down. Bend the back knees, step forward, and let yourself relax. Just shake it out. Yes and no. Roll the shoulders. If you want a new option, bend the elbows and hug on to them. And take a few deep exhales here. So I want you to breathe out completely, seeing if your hips can slide up as your head slides down. And take about 2 more breaths like that, just seeing how much you can get out of this. Using it as a way to process and notice the benefits if you are present. And then let your hands go when you're ready. Knees bend, eyes lift, and inhale, rise up. So notice if your body wants a little back bend, and if you do, you can take your tail back and then lift your heart. So that lets your low back have space. One more deep breath, just expanding and yet grounding. And exhale, hands come to the heart. And then you can shake it out. So take a moment to reposition. Line up knees, heels, toes. Open the hips, drop the tail. Open the heart and lift the crown of the head. And then hands, where does your body want them this round? Your intention, can you breathe it in once again? Just noticing what you need and inviting it in. And then take one more breath, and I just want you to notice what's different. What has changed through your practice so far? Just noticing how it does help your body and spirit. And then with your intention in mind, when you're ready, inhale, reach up. And see how much you can lift. And then exhale, dive with that length. Just teaching your body how you can show up and expand. Hands to shins or under the toes and lengthen the body, flat back, gorilla. Exhale, let it go. Knees bend, left leg will step back here for our low lunge on this side. So once you have that, we're going to bring our back foot in until the heel is on the ground for warrior 1 legs. And then inhale and rise up. So take as much time as you need to rise up and then reposition until you feel like your knees can shine in the direction of the toes. And you can ground the outer edges of your heels. Yes, you look good. And then if you like, lift the arms. See if your shoulders can square to the short edge of your mat. And then can you lengthen a little bit here? So the crown of the head lifts up, the bottom of the ribs hug in, and the tailbone lengthens down to the back heel. And I want you to take a couple breaths and just create some strength. So when you stand in a strong pose and you're aware of it, it's amazing how it also changes the way that our spirit feels. So notice how you are strong and you are open. And then adding a little challenge to practice with, we're going to take our left arm and just let it come back behind you and then bend the elbow so the hand just rests on your back upwards. And then the right arm is going to bend and just tap down. So your hands are in a cow face pose position. So the right hand is down, left hand is up. And if you want, if your body is able to touch, you're welcome to grab on, but you don't have to. And I want you to breathe here. So this might make a little back bend, and if it does, I want you to take your tailbone out of the body so that your low back has freedom. And just breathe. Use the top hand as this grace of comfort, and the bottom hand is almost the challenge there. Your shoulders opening up. And as you breathe, just notice what's difficult. Is there anything here that you really you don't like? It doesn't feel great. And as you breathe through that, how can you create a response that helps comfort you in this moment so that it's just ever so slightly easier? And then is there something that you want to change to feel just a little bit better? Take one more deep breath, just practicing your awareness and your ability to respond. And then when you're ready, inhale. We're going to reach up and open to warrior 2. And no rush here. So take as much time as you want. Reposition until you feel like your right heel and knee are in good alignment. Toes and knees pointing in the same direction. When you're ready, arms lift up and out. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, what does your body want? Does it want to go deeper, or does it want to lift a little straighter to have less on your leg this morning? And then lengthen head to tail. So drawing the belly in, hugging the ribs in, drawing the shoulders back. Eye gaze down your right hand. And just see your strength. Can you create a little more length wrist to wrist, just like you did in your twist? And can you just be? Scan down your body here. Is there anything tight that doesn't have to be? And can you soften it? Now give that extra energy that you just softened to another space in your body that needs it. So notice how you can use your energy. Now come to the breath for the next 2 or 3 breaths and just allow yourself to focus on it and simply be thankful for shaping and strengthening your body. All right, grateful for the strength in your body. Back heel and arm. Inhale, windmill them up, and then we'll come back to that low lunge and back to downward dog. So step back. You can pedal it out. So hopefully you notice how you feel different on each side. So that is a great reminder that your practice changes you physically. So take a couple more deep breaths. Maybe you want child's pose, just to allow your body to reset. So one more deep breath. So maybe you want to stay here, or if you want that flow forward, inhale, come forward with me to plank. And exhale, lower halfway or all the way, let your body pick. And then inhale up to baby cobra again, or up dog this time. Shoulders roll back. And then take one breath of comfort for your body. And exhale, move back to downward dog or child's pose. And take 2 more breaths, as restful as can be. So what would create rest within you? Last moment here. And then if you want the leg lift, soften your knees and inhale, lift your left leg up to 3-legged dog. Square your shoulders. And can you create energy out your big toe? 1 breath. And as you exhale, knee comes forward and we'll find our low lunge. And just take a moment to pause. So remember, there's no rush. Line up your heel, your toes, your knee. Nice deep breath in. And when you're ready, exhale, set the back foot in until the heel goes down on the mat. And in your own time, inhale upwards. And reposition till you feel like you're in your warrior 1. So that'll be when you feel like your heels are down, your toes are spread, and knees are shining in the direction of the toes. Arms up if that feels good today. Inhaling, lifting the heart, and also taking the shoulders and rolling them back so the shoulder blades come back together. Exhaling the tailbone down and out. And can you inhale and lift the back of the neck up? Now just take 2 breaths here and remember your intention. What would it feel like if you brought it into your muscle here? And then with that in mind, inhale and exhale. It's the right arm that's going to wrap behind and just rest on your back, palm facing outwards. And then the left arm is going to rest down, palm touching your back. Or maybe hands grip. If you want to do a full cow face pose there, you can. Reposition if the knees rocked in any direction. And then add that little back bend if it feels good, taking the tailbone out so the heart can lift. And I want you to take a few breaths and just notice what's uncomfortable. And can you change, even if it's just the way that you're breathing or you're allowing yourself to be as you are, so that you feel a little bit better here. Noticing how you get to respond. And just 2 more breaths, breathing and opening the front body. And then when you're ready, inhale and reach up and open to warrior 2. Give your body the time that it wants to get to this new pose. So your toes and heels are all shining in the direction, same with the knees. And inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, shoulders back. And that front knee, where does your body want? Does it want to go deep? Does it want to be a little bit straighter? And how much can you lengthen through the back of the neck, through the spine, hugging the ribs in, rolling the chest open. Gaze down your front arm. And breathe in a way that helps you feel like you're here, supporting your body, you're trusting it. And then with that trust, just notice how you're strong. The more you listen, the more you're able to move through life with strength. So in this next few moments, just what do you need? What would help you feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more cared for? And trusting the process of whatever your body is in this moment, whether it's healing, strengthening, or just needing rest. And then take 2 more breaths. Maybe you just want to be, or maybe you want to invite your intention to cultivate it. And as you're ready, back hand, back heel. Inhale, windmill them up. Exhale, come forward and find your forward fold. And just be. Maybe you want to shake it out again. This time, if you want, bend the knees and hug your legs behind them. So create a strong embrace this morning. One that's kind, that feels like you are grateful for your body and all that it's done for you to get you to this point. So take a few breaths and simply be with your body. If you want a little more opening in the back, you can bend the knees a little more and that will round your spine and rest your heart on your thighs. Last deep breath. Inhale. And then exhale, release the arms. This time bend the knees a lot and slowly roll it up. So give your back a stretch, vertebrae by vertebrae, stacking tall. Shoulders roll back, and then you can shake it out. So great job. That is not easy. So we're going to come to balance next. So I'll just face you, but you can stay as you are. Soften your knees and find somewhere to gaze at. So everything is connected. Even the way you gaze can help ground you. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, come over to your right leg and press the weight into all your toes. So spread them wide, soften that knee, kickstand the left. Now take the shoulders back and again lengthen head to tail. So just feel yourself supported, open and here. Take 1 breath, just allowing your body to feel like it's trusted. Whatever it needs, however imbalanced it'll feel, you are there to support yourself. And then inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, and we'll come to eagle pose. So we're going to take the left leg over the right, and then arms wide, and take the left arm under the right. And then elbows bend, and hands, either the back of the hands can touch, or maybe the front of the hands. There's no right answer there. It's whatever your body feels okay with. Left foot toes can tap on the ground. They can lift out to the side, or you can try to tuck them behind your right leg. Everything's good there. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can sit into it. So it's going to be a little more work for your thigh, but just notice if your body wants to try it or not. And then alignment matters. So can you spread your right toes? Can you push into both edges of your heel, allowing the knee to open? And then can you lengthen head to tail? So feel what that does in your core to help you here. And now we'll play with stretching of the back. So inhale, lift your elbows up and just feel the mid-back stretch. Yes, and now breathe. And again, if something is uncomfortable, can you either adjust or just change your response to feel a little bit better? Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to tilt forward. So you're allowed to round your spine here. So fingers and eyes tilt forward, round your back. And then your balance can go however far you want to round. So that might be just the flexibility in your back, or how much you want to go and find a challenge. So take a few more deep breaths here. And can you find some care the way that the warmth of your own skin feels against itself. Comforting your own body gives you some of the same feelings as a hug from another. So find that within yourself for one more breath. And as you're ready, if you want the challenge, we're going to inhale as we balance and lift. And then exhale and let it go. And you can shake it out. So that is great. Sometimes that grounded leg gets super stiff and strong. So give yourself a moment to release. And then a cleansing breath, just to renew the body. Bend the knees, inhale, reach up. And if you like, exhale, dive down, letting that side go. And inhale, rise up. This side gets to be brand new. And then exhale it out. So you can shake. We're going to come to the other side. So take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, come with your weight to the left leg. And then kickstand the right. Soften the left knee. And can you lengthen head to tail? Take a deep breath, just reminding your body that whatever happens, you are there. Nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, knees bend a lot, and we'll wrap the right leg. So it can be toes up, toes down, or toes tucked. And then inhale, arms reach wide. Exhale, right arm under, left arm over. Elbows bend, and hands will touch anywhere. Back, front, whatever goes. And I will take a few moments just to align. So can you spread your toes out again? And can you push down evenly into both sides of the heel? That might be difficult, that's okay. And then can you lengthen head to tail, feeling your core help you? And now just take 2 breaths. Maybe you want to remember your intention, or maybe you just want to be that you just need extra rest. And here we go with our stretch. Inhale, elbows lift. So take a few breaths, just letting them lift up, stretching around the shoulder blades and the upper back, mid back. And how's your breathing? Can you find a pattern that provides rest? One more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, start to lean forward. Slow and steady, changing your eye gaze if you can, and going as far as your body wants. And now breathe and just be there for yourself. So find the comfort in the warmth of the hug as you twist up in the arms and legs. And notice every shake in your body. And can you see it as a benefit? It's a good thing. This is your body learning to balance, to strengthen, and to support you. So one more deep breath, just being there. And then if you want to try the rise, inhale and rise up. Seeing if you can stay in your balance. Yes, awesome. And exhale, let it go. So great job. Shake it out. And this time we're just going to flow. So allow yourself to be free now. That was a lot of focus. Inhale, reach up. Create as much freedom as you can this round. Exhale, dive, seeing how free you can feel. Hands to shins or under the toes and lengthen with freedom and playfulness. Exhale, let it go. Knees bend, right leg steps back. And we'll inhale up to a high lunge if you want. Again, just free and playful. There's no right answer this round. Exhale, dive down. Knees bend, step back to downward dog. Take a cleansing breath. Does your body want that flow through plank? If you do, inhale forward. And then exhale halfway or all the way, just noticing what your body wants. And inhale up, opening the heart. Exhale back to downward dog. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the knees, step the right leg forward. Find your low lunge. And inhale up if you want the feeling of lifting and expanding. And then exhaling down and coming to your forward fold and just pause. So take a deep breath. Seeing if you can shake it out. And then as a new option, take your hands behind your back, clasp them, and let them fall away from your spine. So it's going to open up your shoulders. If you want more release in the back, you can try bending the knees again, letting your heart just lay against your thighs. And with each breath, see if you can exhale And just go a little bit deeper, a little bit softer. Change which finger is on top. And just take 2 more breaths if it feels good. And then hands will release down. Now we're going to come to pyramid pose. So as you bend your knees, take your left leg back. And then when you're ready, just walk up to standing. So we'll find alignment here for pyramid pose. So here, your feet are a little bit more like warrior one. Both feet are down, and they're in line with the hip bones, facing forward. Then hands can come to hips, soften the knees, breathe in, opening the heart. And as you exhale, hips, reach them back as you lean the heart forward, reaching through the crown. Inhale, and then exhale, hands come down. So they can be on your thigh, they can be on your shin, or on the ground. Try to avoid any pressure on your knee. And then finding it for your day. See if you can lengthen the crown forward, hips back a little bit more through the right. Grounding the heels even into the outer left heel. And what feels most comforting in your back? If you want to round, you may round. Just breathe and allow your hamstrings to unwind. And is there a little bit of a rocking motion that you could take that would help you find a new stretch in this moment? So keep learning how to play and dance and listen with your body. Take another deep breath in, deep breath out. And when you're ready to change sides, we'll just pivot to the other side. So if you're okay, you might not be facing your screen, but that's okay. You can listen to my voice. And just reposition the feet till they feel like they're in line with your hips. Same with your toes and knees lining up. And then where would you like the hands? Above the knee, below the knee, on the mat. And then we'll find length in our body. Hips, can you take them back? Head, can you reach it forward? And then rest the spine however would feel most beneficial to your body. And as you breathe, is something tight? And if so, could you breathe in a way to help soften that space? Could you change your response to be one of kindness? And that actually helps. Take 2 or 3 more breaths, just expanding your body on the exhale, allowing yourself to be exactly as you are this morning. And then another deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you can just walk to the middle of the legs. So now you're in a wide fold. And allow your body to sink down into it. So soft knees, and move your toes around till they feel good. You want to line them up in the direction the knees are facing. And then allow your head to hang. Elbows could be on the mat, or you could hug them. Anything that feels good. Give yourself permission to just find the best response here. Take another deep breath or 2. And then when you're ready, use your hands to help you bend the knees, and we'll come to sit. So just sweep one leg in so you can sit down on the mat. We're going to take our legs out nice and long. And start by taking your hands and walking your sit bones back. So your feet might be a little uneven there to start. And then we'll take in one leg so that the knee bends. The other leg is straight. We're going to slide down that side. So inhale the same side as your bent knee. And exhale, slide down your straight leg. And shoulders, roll them back. And if you feel like you have more length, you can kind of wiggle your hips. See if you can take them back a little bit. And with each exhale, maybe you can soften and rotate your heart upwards. Shoulders back and down, and neck nice and long. Take 2 more deep breaths, seeing if you can really sink into your pose. And then staying at that low spot, simply turn towards your straight leg. Inhale, lift the heart as you take the hips back. So you're just going to lengthen your spine for a moment. Chin tucks, inhale. And then exhale, you can round over your straight leg. Hands nice and soft. Each exhale, allowing yourself to just sink. And how's your breathing? See if you can slow it down and deepen it out to be your fullest exhales and fullest inhales. One more deep breath here, just allowing yourself to be. Then inhale and slowly walk it up. And to change sides, we're going to bring our feet in the middle so that your feet are facing the same direction as your hips. And hands come behind. So line up the soft part of your elbow and that webbing between the thumb and the first fingers. You can roll your shoulder blades together and then lift your heart. So if you want, you can even come with me to a tabletop. So that's your other option. And just take about 2 deep breaths, lengthening out from your hips through the crown of the head. Nice long spine. And then when you're ready, exhale and sit the body back down. And we'll switch. So your other leg is going to straighten. Opposite leg is going to bend. Use your hands, walk your sit bones back. And then turn to your bent knee. And that same side arm is going to inhale and lift up. And then exhale, slide down your straight leg. If you have more length in the hips, go ahead and kind of wiggle around till your sit bones go behind you. And then with each exhale, see if you can just sink your body into your pose. Deep breathing, relax your jaw. And see if you can ground your hips. And if that helps, lengthen the low side waist. One more deep breath. And stay low, but turn towards your straight leg and inhale, lengthen the spine. So the hands could help pushing down as you open the heart, a little tuck of the chin to lengthen the back neck. Inhale, and then exhale and lay the body back down and just breathe. If you want to wiggle the hips, go ahead. Keep reminding yourself that you can just listen. Listen into your body. Notice what would feel better and go for it. And take 1 or 2 more deep breaths, seeing how much you can breathe out and just be held into this stretch. And then when you feel ready to rise, go right ahead, walking yourself up with your hands. And then bend your knees and sit a little bit more forward. Just make sure that you have room to lay back, because that's where we're going next. So if you want to work your core a little bit more with me, which you were all those warriors, everything has been working. But we'll take the shoulders back, lengthen through the crown. Straighten out your knees, toes, feet with the hip bones. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, we're just going to round our tailbone under. So you're allowed to do this now because we're rounding the whole back. If you want, hold the thighs to make it easier. Nice deep breath in and just pause. Inhale, and then exhale, round a little bit more. And notice it's something tight that you could relax. So again, you get to change your response here. Is this challenging, and can you appreciate it? 1 more deep breath. And then exhale, we're going to do it 1 more time if you have room. Just come down just an inch or 2. And then just breathe and see what you could soften. See how you could be there to support your body. changing your response. Inhale. And then exhale, lay the body down. Great job. Reach overhead, point the toes. Let the whole belly lift to lengthen. Nice deep breath. Coming to a deep twist, take your right knee in, and you can hug it up close, and then roll it over to your left so your hips stack. And then you can turn your head to the right. Your right arm can lengthen out. And just take a moment to breathe. These next few breaths, focus on the exhale, bringing the belly button towards your spine, and that's going to massage your waist. See if you can melt the jaw and the shoulders back. And just allow your body to deepen into your twist in its own time. And use your body scan here. Is something gripping that you could let go of? Just notice. Maybe your hands, your feet, your knees. Add a little softness, comfort, or anything that'll make your moment feel a little bit better. One more deep breath, focusing on the exhale. Then gently come back to center. And to even out your spine, I want you to hug up into a little ball. So lift your head, lift your hips, and really hug. Give yourself that embrace. And then lengthen out the other leg. So you're bending your opposite knee. Cross it over your body. And then turn your head away from your knees. Roll your shoulders back. And see if each exhale, your belly can hug your spine. So just massage within your own body. And how's your face? Could you soften? How about the neck, the hands? Maybe your body scan can help you once again. Take 2 more deep breaths. How can you make this the most for your body? And then we'll come back to center and just a couple more poses until we fully rest. So this time to release, I want you to lift everything up to the sky, joyful child's pose. So you can hold on to your feet or your shins or nothing at all, and just lengthen the head and tail as high into a U shape as you can. And then exhale, lay the head back down. Come to happy baby, knees bend outside of the ribs. You can hold on to the inside or outside of your feet. If your body's asking you for a little rock, go ahead. Anything that feels best here this morning. And then as you're ready, feet come together. And we're going to come to recline cobbler's pose. So just let the feet fall down and then your knees spread open. And hands. Take one and place it low below the belly button. And breathe in a way that moves that area in your body. So when you breathe all the way using your whole lungs, your body instantly calms by touching the vagus nerve right below that. Then your other hand, maybe you can slide it up under the left side of your chest. You might be able to feel your heartbeat. And if not, you'll feel the warmth of your body. And I just want you to be for a moment. Just let yourself be. Notice how your body has been breathing and circulating, keeping you alive every single second of every day. So just allow yourself to be held and loved and cared for a moment. Noticing how your body is good and loving and kind. And now in this space, is there any tension? And can you find it? Is there any resistance? And once you've found it, can you allow that area to soften? Can you notice that even your tension is your body's trying to protect you? So sometimes you just have to whisper to your body that you're safe. You're grateful that it's trying to protect you, and that you'll remember to listen, to care for, and to help your body relax. So one more deep breath, just allowing yourself to be here and cultivate relationship. And then when you're ready, find your most relaxing position. So you can let that go if that feels best. You could grab something warm. You can extend out anything that's going to feel good in this moment of your life. And then once you're ready, allow your body to take a deep breath and to fully exhale. Take a moment to just melt into the ground. And how heavy can you feel? Notice how your body weight is a gift. It allows you to sink and rest. And then practicing awareness, because that is the key to changing our response. We'll start by being aware of sounds. So how many sounds can you hear? And as soon as you notice a new sound, practice letting it go, just observing it, as if it were a passing cloud. Take one more moment, see if you notice one more sound, and practice being aware of it, and then letting it go. And then another deep breath, and really exhale. Allow yourself to melt, releasing tension if any rose up. And then we'll notice our sensations. So what do you notice touching your skin? How many different textures? How many different temperatures do you notice? Are there any tastes or smells? And once you notice them, practice letting them go, observing. So take one more moment, just see what you can notice and then let go of, allowing yourself to rest. Then come back into your breath. Take one more, just allowing yourself to sink and be. And taking our awareness inside of our body, notice how your forehead feels. Take a nice deep breath and then smooth it out. And then take a deep breath and smooth out your eyes and cheeks and jaw. And then again, find your breathing. And as you exhale, smooth down the neck into the shoulders and chest. Find the breath in. And as you exhale, let your arms and hands completely rest and relax. And then take a nice deep breath in. Can you relax into the belly? Feel the glutes sink against the mat. Breathe in. And then let your glutes, hips, legs, feet, everything below your waist go. Come into your breath and just feel the rise and fall. This rhythm unique to your body. This breath never breathed before or again. And for the next few moments, as soon as your mind wanders to a thought or a feeling or a sensation or a sound, choose to practice letting it go and coming back to your breath, allowing yourself to be in control of the response for the next few moments. If your mind wandered, come back to your breath for just another moment or two. And now allow yourself to feel the ground again, sinking into it. Now feel your body. And can you feel what feels healthy again? Can you draw into your mind what feels good right now? And take a moment of gratitude soaking that in. Changing the wiring in your brain to notice the good. And then if it helps, take a moment and think through the next few days. And trusting that you get to choose your response to them. What would cultivating a little more joy within them look and feel like? What would a win feel like for your own days? How about comfort? And just take one more moment to imagine the joy and the goodness that you can cultivate, even if it's subtle, to make your life and the world around you a little bit better of a place. Then come back into your physical body. Feel this next breath. And so thankful for your body and all that it does and has done for you, the miracle it is. Start to wake up your fingers and toes, wiggling them. So grateful that they do wiggle. And then your wrists and your ankles. Again, so thankful that you can do this. And then what would feel great next? Remember, your body has wisdom. Listen to it. Do you want to stretch? Do you want to bend the knees and rock around? Do you want to sway, twist? Anything. You have permission to listen to your body. And one more breath, just listening, practicing, trusting the goodness of your own body. Roll to one side. And allow yourself to pause. So you can even cradle your head with your arm. And I want you to feel held for just another moment. Just allowing yourself this subversive moment of rest in a culture that tells you to create and do. You're allowed to just be. So take one more moment trusting your body and that it gets stronger when you rest. I'm so thankful. When you're ready, you can inhale and push up to sit nice and tall. Come to your tall seated position, so knees nice and easy. You can take your sit bones back. And finishing together with a deep breath. Inhale when you're ready, reaching high. And exhale, namaste. So thank you so much for doing this for your body. You did amazing. I hope that it really does help you feel like you're more present this week and you're more able to make good out of it no matter what comes. So thank you.